And welcome to our new Primetime. Hope everyone's having a wonderful night. I know I'm excited to be here. We were supposed to have a guest, but he hasn't shown up yet. So we'll see if he does. A friend of mine here from the state of Iowa was supposed to be joining us today, but he had to run his own net. He was doing the contest this weekend, and he said he got really far behind. So if he shows up, he shows up. If not, we'll figure out another time. If not, we'll just try to get Tyler here, Guilt Trip, to come on the stream real quick. Well, we could. I mean, he is one of our loyal supporters, and he is in the chat right now. I want to say hello and good evening to Jeff, Tim, of course, Tyler, Roger, who was chatting with me for a while, Chris. I think that's all we got with us right now. Again, everyone, welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a wonderful night. It ain't bad here tonight. It's not bad here. And as Roger was shocked, I didn't have any radios on actually tuned in or on until like 2 minutes ago. Hey, Plasma Storm's in the stream, everyone. Welcome back to the Plasma. He's been having some hard times, so I'm glad to see him with us tonight for our inaugural Primetime stream, guys. Honestly, my plans fell through, so we're just going to wing it. But, you know, some say that's all we ever do anyway. So I hope everyone's having a wonderful night. In fact, since we are short a guest, if anyone would like to jump in, I mean, and have a chat, just let me know. And I can just do something like this. I can only have one guest, so so I only got to pick one. That being said, if you would like to be part of that awesome supporter list that you just saw in the intro, that's how you can do it. Go right there. Or hit me up on QRZ and it's like send me something to test or something. Those people have supplied either money or equipment for the channel. And that's why they get their own name on that list. So thank you to those individuals. And like I said, the easy way to do it is hit up down there. Now, if you're short of money and you don't have any equipment to send me and you'd still like to support the channel, don't forget to like the stream. And if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button because those are the easiest ways you can. And remember, 500 subscribers, we're giving away a ham radio care package, and we are getting closer. I think we're at 414. So at 500, we're giving away that box. At 414 is what we're at now. So glad everyone is with us. We had some spotty thunderstorms coming throughout. And if you see me looking left or right, normally I have my camera like right here. I mounted it right here. So I have screens on either side of it. So I'm sorry if I'm not making eye contact with you, but I'm like reading chat also. 416. It says 416. Hey, that's even better. So somebody must have subscribed while we're getting on, unless I just misremembered the number, which is completely possible. That is also completely possible because, you know, sometimes my memory ain't the best. So I would like to thank everyone for coming. We have had some spotty thunderstorms coming through the area, so my radio equipment has actually been offline, plus me being at work the past few days. Congratulations, everyone. This is my first day of my weekend, and you guys got me not to sleep. Yep. The shack is still a mess. It still is. That screen, we're going to get that wall painted green eventually, probably next year at this point, because, you know, that's how quick I move. And yeah, it's a mess right now. It is an absolute mess right now. I need to get this table cleaned up. The only thing I've been really worried about lately is if I can get to this, because we've had some hailstorms going by, and I just want to be able to make sure I can measure hail. So, what'd y'all think of that new intro? What'd you think of the new intro? I know the music wasn't new, but everything else should have been new. What'd you all think of it? Yay? Nay? Somewhere in the middle? Roger liked it. Yes, there was an intro, Plasma. It was only a 2-minute intro. It was a 2-minute intro, not my traditional 5. So, you know something I could do right now? We could pull up the radar, because why not? That's like a normal thing to do on this or my stream, is to pull up the radar. But it's not a video file. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna do that with this. So I'm gonna do that. Share screen, window. Hey, figure out how I'm gonna do it, guys. Uh-oh, K0KLB in the house. Everyone, Kevin, the king of QRP, is in the house. And believe it or not, the line of thunderstorms was over here. And I had everything unplugged. And then it like completely skipped us in Newton. And now it looks like Redfield is getting soaked. And a little bit of hail, which is pretty good, because when it was over a little bit further east, it was actually quite the hail core. So, but yeah, spotty showers going on right now for us. It's what's to be expected right now. Nothing severe. Nothing severe in our forecast either. Y'all are going to have to go back. You know what? Here, who would like to see the new intro? Because if you'd like to see the new intro, because we're just hanging out right now, because I have nothing planned, because the person I was going to chat with and have in here today is still not here. So I can replay the intro if you're all interested. I have no issue doing that. No issue whatsoever. I'll take that banner out of the way real quick. But if you guys want to see it, we can play it. If you don't, you don't. It's only 2 minutes. And if you're an avid watcher of the channel, you will recognize all the footage on it. Not again. One more like. I only got 8 likes on my end. And then I got to find the dance track. I didn't find the dance track yet. But we'll see. We'll see. I got 8 people watching with 8 likes. So, but yeah, I hope everyone's doing well. Again, I'm going to, since our guest did not show up, if you would like to be a guest, I can have one more person on here with me. If you'd just like to come on the stream and hang out, there's the link to get in there. There's Andy. In fact, I will pin that message to the top. If you would like to come on in and hang out with us on our inaugural Primetime stream, hit that link up. And if like multiple of you guys want to come in, we'll rotate out. So that's how that'll work. We'll get one person to come in and, hang out a little bit, and then we'll go to the next. So, but our guest of honor, which is one of my friends from the Mason City Club, the North Iowa Amateur Radio Group, was not able to make it. I got a message from him like an hour ago, not even, saying, "Hey, I'm really behind. I'm not going to be able to make the stream." So, I can have, well, let's get people in here. So far, no one's come in. I'll add people until StreamYard says no. How about that? I will add people until StreamYard says no. But so far, everyone has said no. Uh-oh. Now there's trouble. But so far, everyone has said no. There's Jeff. And I can hear myself. There's trouble. But so far, everyone has said no. There's Jeff. And I can hear myself. There's trouble.
All right. Yeah, you didn't tell me that you were about to do it.
And there's Chris.
Hello.
Jeff, you were a little quiet, by the way. We had people to hang out with. Yeah, that's awesome.
Just for a little bit. We got a net coming up in about 15 minutes. I was just programming my radios, my GMRS radios, because I just posted on IRO that there's a Tuesday net for GMRS I'm going to try and hit, as I got a place to drive right around the net happen, so it's a good time.
What net's in 15 minutes? Is that?
It's on the 610.
Okay.
I think.
That's what I thought. It was 610. Yep, I can hear you, Jeff. Try that again. We'll see if you need to adjust more.
And we shouldn't talk in acronyms, so just so people know. But no, not 610, is it? I'm looking. It is it is 610. So 146.610 PL of 114.8 Central Iowa ARS. That's a pretty busy net in the Des Moines area.
And I can hit it from here.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes I just listen because it's so busy.
Yeah. So what do you got going on, Jeff?
Hey, I got this all working now. Completely forgot how to do this because it's been a while. I got back from Virginia today around just before 4 o'clock, I believe, 3:30 or something. So hit a park on the way down, hit one yesterday, and then hit one on the way back today. So and then I just kicked out a new video, probably premiere on Tuesday night.
Nice. Looks like we're going to have all the Iowa boys. Tyler just joined in, and now his cam. There it went away.
Had to get things figured out. Still had the YouTube stream going, so yeah, we're good now. Technology.
So we have all of our Iowa boys with her. Tyler, who donated our solar panels, is on here, and I've put him in a couple streams already, or not streams, but videos. Chris, one of our Iowa Radio Operator Discord members, and of course Jeff, Rowdy Jeff over there. Hey Jeff, I'm just curious, how's that POTA pug doing?
He's doing good. He got a little sick a few weeks ago. Changed his food out. Oh, thank you for sneezing on my arm. And and he's doing much better now. I think he's back to normal.
All right. And then, Chris, did you have anything going on other than that? And then we'll get to Tyler here in a second.
I just got back from doing a trip to the Boundary Waters. That's in northern Minnesota. So spent a week with my friends doing that. That was a blast. Everybody had a job, and we all were Boy Scouts. Half of us were Eagle Scouts. And I had programmed my radio all the way to go up there. And a day before, I was talking on 610 repeater in Des Moines to another guy I know that has a Ford Expedition, and found out the roofs are made out of aluminum. So the plan was to put the mag mount on my buddy's Expedition. So now I'm gonna have to hunt for another antenna that we want to mount. I'll get a GMRS one for him, but something else for him to pick up, because he likes to go storm chasing in the area, and a lot of times I'll stay home and play support and call to him. So
that was one of the reasons why I went with the fender mount with my truck. Yeah,
those are nice. Probably gonna have to do something higher for him, just so it sticks out of the way more. But yeah, it was a good trip. Didn't play radio really at all. We also travel with satellite communicators for that, so that was fun. But yeah, that's what I had. That's where I was gone for a week. So
nice. Well, I'm glad to have you back in the area. Mm-hmm. That's for sure. Tyler, what do you got going on? And then we'll get to Kevin, because Kevin's awesome and decided to join us too.
Oh, not a whole lot currently. The boys and I are actually batching it for the last week, or since last Thursday and all this week. So we went down to haven't done much radio wise. I excited to hear Chris up in Boundary Waters. We're going up there actually up in Canada fishing with my family first part of July. So and I know exactly what you mean about the expedition and the aluminum top. We have an expedition, and I ran into the same thing when we went to Colorado last year. I quickly and hastily fabricated a little piece of metal that with a U clamp to go on the luggage rack on top, and was able to stick it up there. It worked. I'm not sure that that antenna works real well, but hey, it worked, and I had a radio with me. But no, other than that. That's how we made that one work. And you have to apologize, guys, if I'm moving the camera around. I wasn't expecting this, and so I'm holding an iPad on my lap while sitting in there. My boys are actually in the other room watching the stream, and they were pretty excited. They said, "Dad, go get it on there, go do it." So, hey, you got to have fun with the boys. So the oldest and I did get down to the radio this morning and made some contacts for Parks on the Air, the Plaque weekend. So it was a lot of fun. We were booming into Texas, and they were booming back up here into Iowa. So I guess we did get to play a little radio.
That's awesome, Tyler. Yeah, I wasn't expecting you. I was just giving you a little crap on when I said jump in here, and next thing I know, hey, there he is. So, and then
it all works.
I see Kevin has joined us. What's going on in the QRP shack, Kevin?
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Audio okay? Okay, good. Nothing much going on here. Trying to catch Jeff out there on the park, and so I can work him once, but it just doesn't work out for whatever reason. Seems like I always miss you. I don't know. You must activate fast because I get the ham alert, and then I look for you, and all of a sudden you're gone. So I'm not sure.
It depends on the situation. When I go down to Virginia, sometimes it's fast. I know yesterday I was there for about an hour hunting for a little while before I started activating. Sometimes I'll hunt, then activate, or activate, then hunt. It just depends on how I feel and what bands are open.
That's what I figured. You were probably a quick CQ call, and then you decided to go hunt, and then I always missed you. So that's okay. We'll get it one of these days.
Yeah, we'll do it again.
Otherwise, we're hoping to get some rain around here because we are really dry. The corn and leaves are starting to curl up, and they're starting to get stressed out. So we just can't get it to rain around here. I don't know what you got down there, Ben. Are you getting any rain?
I don't think we got any today. Yesterday, it's just been really hit and miss down here. I know we drove over to Woodward today, and Woodward's green. I mean, they've gotten a lot, but every time you have storms track in from the west, it hits that general area.
Yeah.
So, and then my folks reported that they had rain and hail up in Winnebago County. So, I mean, today
don't need that.
No, we don't need the hail, but the rain is definitely needed.
Yep.
So it's just been real hit and miss with this, the way this weather pattern has been lately.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was going to go out today, but I got out to the field, and the heat coming off the ground was just so intense. I'm like, man, I can't hardly stand it out here, even in the shade. With the wind, it was just a hot air. So I came back home and sat in the shack here and hunted some POTA and I've been playing a little FT4, just kind of trying to play with that a little bit at 5 watts and hanging out there a little bit when I'm bored, I guess.
How's your 1 watt in 1 hour challenge been going?
That's been going pretty good. Let's see. What's the latest? Aaron out in, let's see, where's he at? He had 27 today. 27 QSOs. Basically, I've got a challenge going on my Facebook page. It's called the 1-in-1 challenge, where guys will operate for a 1 watt for 1 hour and see how many QSOs they can get. And it's you can do it on any band, however you want to do it. And I've been finding that during the day, it's really not working very well. But if I work it after the time change at 7 o'clock here in Central Time, I get a lot better QSOs. But no, that's kind of a fun little test your antenna and test the time of day and propagation. And we also do a 5 watt in 1 hour too. So if you want to work 5 watts in an hour, see how many QSOs you can get. Just kind of a fun little game to play, I guess.
Now, would it count for my work radio? Because there's times when I get one person to call in and then everyone calls in. I could have like 30 conversations in like 2 minutes.
Your work
And that's
radio?
that's 5 watts. that's a handheld.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
And you're
Well,
getting paid to do it. So there.
Yeah.
That's true. You got a pile up there at work, huh?
Well, everyone forgets that the radio's there until either somebody calls in the dispatch and says, "Hey, I'm alive," or "I have this," or dispatch calls someone. And then as soon as they hear the radio, they go, "Oh yeah, this thing's right working." And then they all got to use it. It's just like a momentary excitement. And then everyone gets on the radio and then it's dead for the rest of the hour.
Right. Well, this is just kind of a HF deal, and it's single sideband voice. So
I figured, but you never know. I had to ask. I mean,
waiting for you to try it.
I could turn it down.
There's a lot of guys. I've found a few guys that just get impatient. They go for 30 minutes and they can't stand it any longer because they're not getting very many calls. So they quit and QRO.
Maybe I'll have to keep track of it. I am planning on going out to K23819 tomorrow. If everything's nice, I'll probably start QRO, but maybe after I get the park activated, I'll just note what time it is. I'll dial it down and we can see what we can do, which might be interesting for the hunters because all of a sudden if I'm running 90 watts and they can hear me clear as day, I'm like, hold on, I need to make an adjustment, turn it down, and then I'm gone.
Right. Well, you might be surprised. What time of day you going out?
Sometime after the wife gets home. I'm hoping I can get out there with enough time to activate it for both UTC days. So do a late shift and a whatever, before late shift.
Yeah, right.
But we'll see. At least I stole a calendar, a whiteboard calendar for my wife. So I have that sitting right next to me. And I've got like on the days like, hey, I can actually go out and activate this park on this day. And I could possibly do this one on this day.
Right.
I don't know how well it's going to work, but I mean, it's a plan.
Well, it's getting
you got to
hotter
start somewhere.
And the bugs are coming out too. I've noticed that. That's kind of being a problem.
Friday was so much fun. Just wait till you see the video.
Were you swatting bugs?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be quick hit activations possibly then. We'll see.
Yep.
We'll see how the state parks managing that. Maybe I'll go sit down by the campground because if I sit by the campground, they might do bug control.
And they spray usually around campgrounds too.
Yep.
For mosquitoes.
But that's like I said, that's all I really got going on is I plan on doing a park. And I'm not going to forget that I have another battery with me if the one I take with me doesn't work because I can hook up to the truck battery if I need to. Like my last activation where I completely airheaded the fact that I could have hooked my HF radio up to the truck. I'm 53-1. I went 53 activations before having a failure. And I didn't have to have a failed activation because I could have hooked up to the truck.
Yep, carry the jumper cables with you.
But
Ben,
actually,
I forgot to mention. Go ahead.
I don't have to carry the jumper cables up. The radio and the truck and the HF radio, I have all those plugged in for power poles.
Oh,
so
sure.
I literally just got to pop out the one power pole set and put in another.
Nice. Okay.
So I don't even have to do the jumper cables. But just got to make sure I don't kill the truck battery then. Now, what were you saying, Tyler? I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. I was going to say that I forgot to mention, did a little other work. If you try to get into the Pella repeater anytime in the next 6 weeks or so, we are running from a temporary site with only about 35 feet of elevation versus about 150. They're taking the water tower and painting it. So I got to climb up there yesterday and take all that antenna and stuff down. So if you try it and have mediocre at best success, you'll know what's going on. Ben, did you unplug your microphone?
Ben.
Earth to Ben.
Uno momento, por
This just
favor.
means we can take over now.
Absolutely. Hey, he did ask us to come in. That's it. That's his own fault.
Nope, not yet.
He's gone.
He's
He's showing
muted.
muted at least.
Okay.
There you go.
I think I know what happened now. I turned on the power supply, which turned on the HF rig, and it started reading the HF rig. And for the record, Tyler, no, I can no longer hit the Pella repeater from here.
I can see why.
If you would have just, put it higher than that trash can lid. No.
When we go back up there, after seeing what the cell phone company has up there, we're hoping to move to a little bit different location on the tower and maybe another 5 foot higher. And that will make us completely above and away from their equipment by a few more feet. So we're hoping that that'll fix it. We'll see what happens.
Well, Tyler, when you guys get around to that, if we can somehow try to manage that to one of my days off, I would love to do a video over that.
We'll see what we can make happen.
So, or if we know it well enough ahead of time, maybe I can get some time off work. So, but because that would be something that, people don't necessarily see is, a repeater antenna going up. And I'm sure I could see the repeater itself or whatever at that point. We could have a nice little video over that.
Yeah, you could set out in the parking lot away from me or away from the tower and probably watch me.
We can figure something out.
I've thought about seeing about if anybody had a GoPro and strapping that on there, but that'd probably make people sick. Oh, look at you go.
We could do it. I got a chesty strap for that. We could do it.
Need more of a head ramp. You should get the one you bite.
That way there wouldn't be as much cussing after I do something or drop something. Is that what you're saying?
Can't drop it.
I will say that would be funny because you'd be sitting there and you would hear the audio, then it would cut out. And I'd have to put on the bottom, loud or disturbing noise was here or something like that in the video.
Edited to keep it G-rated.
Unless I could find that beep and just beep over you. Which, I know your kids watch my video, so we might not want to have that so they don't see you cuss every 5 seconds when that happens.
Yeah, that'd probably best.
But
I did drive out yesterday that I was curious about. I was wondering at that time if I could hit Pella, but I think it's too far north. But I was going to Melbourne, Iowa yesterday. There's a meadery out there. But I think Marshalltown's the closest repeater, followed by Newton out there.
I was going to say in Newton, if you can hit Newton, you should be able to hit the Mingo repeater. Because the Mingo repeater's up almost another 100 foot.
I need to get some better programming for east of town for me. I definitely have the north-south 35 run tuned in, but especially if I go doing a lot of mead runs this summer on Saturdays. So fun place out there in Melbourne. They're saying it's going to be their last year Busby Meadery.
That'll be interesting.
That would be. Yeah, and if you do program that Mingo repeater, just wait 10 minutes. And it self-identifies every 10 minutes. It annoys people. So if you don't plan on scanning it unless you want to hear it every 10 minutes, because the repeater owner has that set up to where it identifies every 10 minutes. So I always know if my radio is working when I'm driving down the road because I just sit on Mingo and 10 minutes later, oh, there it is. At least I'm receiving.
Yeah, I'll have to find that one. I don't think I have that. 146,670, is that right? Yeah.
Yeah. Was that it, Tyler? Sounds right.
I believe it is.
Okay.
Repeater book. Hold on.
Yeah,
that's what I was gonna say.
It came up right away.
Boy, 2 meter propagation was long yesterday morning. Typically, I can't hear the Saylorville repeater or anything from down here at my house, and I pulled out of my garage, and it's like I'm hearing them full scale. It's like, wow, this is crazy.
You were hearing me full scale?
Darn near.
Where was I talking?
No. The Saylorville up. Would it be Saylorville? I think it is.
One of the star repeaters.
Yeah, one of the star repeaters.
That's great. I'm in Johnston, and I have a terrible time hitting that most days. Just there's something about the east-west.
I didn't try to transmit, but I was able to hear the guys. I mean, it was like I was sitting right there in town. It was nuts.
Crazy. There's some. I'm like the next exit or so from that, and I have a terrible time hitting that one from home. But I need to get the antenna up on the roof. I keep just doing a tripod for now. So.
Hey, Chris, I just put that Mingo repeater info in IRO active repeaters chat.
Okay.
So.
There he goes multitasking.
Yep.
Yeah, we need to build out a list of all the nets because I feel like there's DMRAA, but there's a lot of them missing that I think you can hit from the area.
And we don't have a nets tab, do we?
No.
No, we don't.
Yeah, we do.
Just wait
a few minutes. I might do one in ham radio. And to all of you guys that are confused about what we're talking about, we have our nice little Iowa only Discord. So, and that's what we're talking about when we say IRO. That's our Iowa based guy. So Jeff's the only one that's not in it. Kevin, I think, gets confused and lost in it because he shows up randomly on occasion. So
yeah, I'm not a Discord. I'm not very fluent in Discords. They confuse me.
They confuse a lot of people.
Well, I didn't know anything about it until Ben hit me up about saying, "Hey, what do you think about doing a IRO Discord?" I'm like, "Okay, what is it?" And yeah. So I'm proof that anybody can learn, Jeff or Kevin.
Well, I can fumble my way around it, but it's just if I happen to come across something that's by mistake is usually how I find it.
I was going to say, speaking of Discords, there are Discords that are not Iowa only that I am in, and you can find links to 2 of those in the description below. And those would be the Toads and the Clubhouse. I've been more active at Clubhouse lately than I have in Toads. So I've been making my way back over to Toads on occasion. And you'll find like Jeff over there too. And if you want to harass him a little bit.
No, actually, I've been off of Discord for a little while. I kind of go on. Actually, I don't even talk on those Discords. I'm on like Ham Radio Venture Guys, but I just kind of watch to see who's doing their Parks on the Air activations, really. And some chit chat, but not even that much.
And with that, guys, the description's got some good information in it. If you're stopping by and don't forget to check that out. I know a lot of people overshadow the description, but tell you what, there's a lot of good information. It's not just solicitation, like, that banner that just popped up on the bottom part of the screen at all. A lot of it is, but it's not just that.
It's his story. He'll tell it how he likes.
Guy in them French fry taters.
So, did it get? There we go. Hold on. I think I got everyone back. There we go. There we go. I'm like, what just happened?
I don't know. Everything looked fine to me. Just went quiet.
It went completely froze on my end, and it's not my internet connection. I am hard lined. I drilled a hole in the floor. I ran a cord from the router in the other room into my shack. So no more of this Wi-Fi stuff. Justin, you were invited. Look at the pinned comment. Justin's sitting over there saying he wasn't invited.
Snooze, you lose.
There's a pinned comment, buddy.
I probably have to make some room anyway for more folks. So I'll drop off for now. And then you can have another pop in. I don't know if there is a limit For how
I
many
think
it was.
I think Plasma said it was 6 for the free one, so we could probably get
Mhm.
one more in.
It's either 6 or 10. I don't remember. I'm going to drop
Yeah.
off anyway.
All right. Well, thanks for stopping in, Kevin. Really
Yep.
enjoyed having you.
Good seeing everybody and talking to y'all. Chris, Tyler,
Yeah.
Jeff.
See you, Kevin.
All right.
Take
Have
care,
a good
Kevin.
evening, everybody. You bet. Good night.
Night.
I'm on my way too. I gotta get some stuff done before the wife gets off work here pretty soon. So
All right. You have a great day.
you
Thanks,
too. Talk to you
Chris.
later. And I'm gonna be. By the way, I was gonna say I'm gonna try and I don't know what I'm gonna do if I'm gonna try 6'10" or 5'2", but I'm gonna see if I'm gonna do this. But I'm gonna try and play water polo 4 times a week this summer. So I might be calling out on the repeaters quite a bit as I'm driving to and from Ashworth Pool or Ames. So you might
I
hear
always
me.
have 5-2 open if I have a radio on. So.
Yeah. So might be some later night call outs you'll hear. So have a good one, guys.
Yep. You too.
See ya.
Take care, Chris. See ya.
Well, it's just the 3 of us now, unless someone else jumps on.
And then there were 3.
Then there were 3. And I feel like we've neglected Jeff a little bit. So what else have you been doing except activating the entire state of Delaware?
Well, I'm trying to get Virginia down, at least the eastern shore and the southeast corner of it. So every time I go down there, my mother lives down there. So when I go down to visit, I'll try to hit at least a park going down and a park coming up. Now I'm starting to hit a few parks that are kind of around her area and just trying to figure out what to do or where to go.
Nice.
Just trying to get this videos done too.
Yeah,
Work just gets in the way.
it does. It really does.
I just want to find a nice rich woman and just mooch off of her, retire. Oh, that'd be nice. But
You know, I was thinking this whole YouTube thing was going to work out where I could do something I love, and yeah, not yet.
no, I mean, I knew I wasn't looking for that. It would be a nice thing to do, so I'd have more time to work on videos and crank them out and everything. But I mean, I'm still trying to hit 1,000 viewers. I don't even have like the watched hours, or viewed hours, whatever they call it,
Yeah.
to even get like monetized. And I tried to use like the Amazon affiliate links, and no one used them, so they kind of kicked me out. I'm like,
Same here.
whatever. So it's like, I'll just do what I do, and if people like it, that's cool. And if they don't, then they don't have to watch or anything. So, but I
Well,
appreciate all the views and people commenting and all that other stuff. It's awesome.
Well, and that's why I went from like trying to crank out a video every week, because it's like I want to get, that minimum threshold to where I can get my 5 cents from YouTube a week or whatever. And when I went back to overnights, like, well, we're going to do the live stream just to have weekly content. And, the videos are going to be hit and miss. Well, and then with storm chasing, it's like, now I split the channel, so I'm not just, there's no more storm chasing on this channel, guys, after June. So there's possibly no more storm chasing at all on this channel, because right now of how the weather pattern's been. So for storm chasing, for me, you got to go over to my second channel, and that has 2 videos right now, because that's all that's on there. And that's, I'm not going all over the country storm chasing.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
am going central Iowa on my days off.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you have a job. I have a job. We can't do what other people might be doing in like the storm chasing or doing the POTA stuff. But I mean, I'm trying to expand some. I've done like a few commentary videos, and I just put one up like 2 weeks ago about Parks on the Air being a contest, because just that came from out of the blue, out of an incident that happened back in April on the air. So I'm like, I could turn that into a video, and I want to do more stuff like that. Maybe short ones, long ones, who knows? But I might even do an unboxing or something in the future. Who knows?
I'm going to start doing some more interview based. Like today, we're supposed to be talking to Justin, and I don't know if Tyler, you met Justin from up there in Mason City when you're at the statewide meet. He was supposed to come on. We were going to, he's really big into like net control ops and traffic handling. And I was going to talk to him about that. Well, things didn't work out.
That would be an interesting discussion to have because I have my own point of view on that, just based upon my experience with a regional net near me.
Yeah, he does a lot of traffic handling and message handling. He does net control for a couple NTS nets, stuff like that. And tonight we're supposed to, him and I are supposed to hang out and see what was going on and talk about what they got going on in Mason City, because they got a lot of stuff going on up in Mason City, believe it or not, for how small that area is. They're working on a lot of stuff. They're putting an Arden network up there and everything. They're the ones leading the charge for a statewide linked repeater system, actually. They've got a guy that's willing to buy repeater sites all over the state.
Nice.
And
That would be awesome.
Yeah. I actually gave him the info on that Mingo repeater, because that repeater owner at one point said that, hey, I don't want to do this forever if you guys want to take it over. And I don't know if the Newton Club had ever talked to him, so I just sent them all his information and said, hey, you might want to reach out, see if this is still available.
It's a good idea. I'm just going through from experience in Delaware. They set up a linked repeater going up and down the Delmarva Peninsula, like from Delaware, maybe into Philadelphia area too, all the way down the peninsula into Virginia. And it was great. I never used it because I could never hit that repeater in Delaware. That's close to me, or the closest one to me. And basically it still no longer exists because it just wasn't used.
Yeah.
So you got to use it. If it's used, it will draw more people. But it has to be people. I like this weekend. I listened to like 10 repeaters in Norfolk, Virginia Beach area, and not a single one had activity on there. I was throwing out I did throw out my call signs there, but some of the ones on the Eastern Shore on the drive back up, I was throwing my call signs out to a few of them. None of them were freaking. No one came back.
Yeah, the biggest push for this is for the Erie Skywarn stuff, and what the big push right now is just to line the interstates. If we can get I-35 from the southern border to the northern border, and then we can get I-80 east to west, that's a start, and then we can branch off. Into the areas that we're missing into the actual corners. But as long as we can cross the interstates, then you should be able to relay weather traffic anywhere around the state. So, I mean, because if you can't hit that repeater, maybe someone closer to you can, and be like, hey, they're reporting down in Albia that there's a tornado on the ground like a mile north of Tyler's house or whatever. Well, Tyler might not be able to hit that repeater, but I'm right on the interstate, and if he can talk to me, then I can hit that repeater, and then we can get that spread out and then disseminate information that way.
The only time Go ahead. Let's talk to him.
No, we're not going to talk to her.
Oh, no fun. The only time I've been around one is last year when we went out to Colorado, and we were on both sides of the divide there on up near Estes Park and over on the other side on the west side too. And they've got the linked repeater system for the Rockies up in there. That was pretty cool setup. They had several repeaters, and they with their net, I think they had a net about every night, and I forget how many different sites they had, but it seemed to work pretty well. Now I got to looking at a little bit of their information on their website about it, and I had to chuckle because I mean we're used to repeaters, they're high on towers and everything else, and here you see them, they're up on the mountain and they might have 10-foot of tower guide just for something to mount to, and it's like, wait a minute, this is a completely backwards of the way we have to do things, but hey, elevation works wonders for them.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. And there's a lot of linked repeater systems on the western half of the country. There's two in California. I probably shouldn't name them. One's pretty good. It has like a membership thing that you really need to be a member to partake in, even for the digital side they have. The other one, it's probably been around longer, I believe. And if you use it, one of the admins will come on there and yell at you so it doesn't get used. And I remember hearing nets on there nightly, late night nets, and no longer hear them. The other one, the one that had the membership, they have nightly nets. So I listened to that on through a radio Broadcastify app kind of like thing. And there's one repeater site in Oregon that has nightly nets. So I don't think that's a linked repeater system in Oregon, but they're active there. So
And with this system out there, because of everybody, I mean, hiking and everything in the backcountry, they have people that take shifts, and every 15 minutes they'll call out, hey, this is so and so repeater system, link system. If you are having issues or problems, holler out. And I mean, I was impressed with it.
yeah, that's a good service they provide. That's very nice.
I messed up on Justin's name. He'll give me heck for that later. He'll wait till I'm on the repeater, something here, get me on Simplex sometime, be like, what's my name? Called him Chris. My bad. I'm sorry. I came home, took a nap, and I've been up since, dude. And it's
He's
not
just-
like Justin.
Just a madman.
Yeah. No, not that Justin.
Different Justin. Okay.
This one actually, Country Strong and Free lives here in Newton. So
Gotcha.
he's actually like, I don't know, you could darn near see the repeater from his house, the Newton repeater. Yeah, Just a Madman's up there in Mason. That's who we were supposed to have tonight. And I'm gonna give him heckin' on Discord. Of course, I haven't DM'd him yet, but he knows it's coming, and if he doesn't, he should. Uh oh. Anyone else watching that like button? Watching the like thing? I got to go find something.
Yeah, you do.
Jeff, it might be time for us to exit.
If you don't want to partake, I can go solo.
Yeah, it is a solo thing for you. I'm too tired to do it.
You know what? Back here. Okay, I'm done with that.
Little rocking and rolling going on there.
Let's see if there we go. We can get that going. 10 likes. That's awesome.
I saw 11.
I see 10 on my end. On the studio end, I see 10. So I don't think it counts when I like my own stream. But Tyler, did you see what PLV just put?
No, I'm actually with this connection. I'm just going through StreamYard, so I can't see the chat right now.
PLV said, come on, Tyler, get jiggy with it.
Get
Nah.
jiggy.
Get jiggy.
Here, there you go.
Jiggly.
Come on, Dave. Yeah, it's a little jiggly. Speaking of PLV, yeah, he hasn't been able to hit the Pella repeater. So, Dave, I think we've got it figured out. That antenna was taking on some water. So, hopefully, we'll get you back on there and be able to get you back on the Pella repeater when we get it back up and going.
I was going to say, he hit Newton the other day. I had a nice conversation with him over on Newton.
I didn't know if I'd be able to run the nets on Monday nights because of the elevation difference, but I keyed up when I got home yesterday afternoon, and yeah, with that beam I have, I still don't have any problems reaching up there, so that's good.
Yeah, that beam does you wonder. I'd love to get a 2-meter beam with a rotator. It'd be nice.
My rotor's out of commission right now because I changed desks and had to unwire everything, of course, and when I went to put the connection back to the rotor, I'm like, this is crazy. I need to have a QD connection on this. So I have it now. I just haven't taken the time to wire it up and stuff. So we'll be back up and going hopefully before long. And yeah, once in a while I will turn it, but most of the time it stays pointed about north.
I don't know if can you see us on StreamYard? So when I put Dave's comment on there,
Yep.
You can read it. Okay.
Yep.
That might be how I have to do the chat. So that way Tyler can get involved.
Hey, I wasn't prepared for this, Ben.
Hey, I wasn't prepared to put you on the spot either. So
I don't mind. I'm having fun, actually.
Kirksville got one check-in from Omaha. That's awesome.
That's crazy.
And then Plasma, I'm glad you guys humor me because, someone's got to. Someone's got to humor me. Now, what do you guys think of the new time? I like it. 7:30 on a Sunday night. Everyone should be off work except if they work an awkward job like me and, might be at work then. So what do you guys think of the new time? Because I think we're going to stick with this.
Well, it's 8:30 my time. But it's not bad. It's a little bit late, but I mean, I can hang around for a bit. Don't mind.
Well, we only have less than 10 minutes left. It's only an hour.
Yeah.
I like it. I mean, because I'm always at work Monday mornings, so this works much better.
Yeah. So that was the hope, is like once I got into the studio, I could shut the door, I could keep the noise, the distraction out. We're going to do something like this. And it was just for a little bit, it was a debate on what time was it going to be Monday night after ham nuggets, or was it like, well, I don't think anyone goes Sunday night. And the only thing I heard is Jason will rarely do a stream on Sunday night, or he will on occasion. And then apparently Rhea is on at 8:30. So, which I don't watch Rhea. I will watch Jason on occasion.
I think there's a few of them that are earlier in our afternoons, yours and mine.
So I just figured it's a good time because, I get off at 5 a.m. and then I can get a nap in. I can get some work done around the house. And 7:30 is when we're winding down here anyway. Hey, what better time to have a stream? Just means I can't start my fire. If I want to fire on Sunday night, I can't start it until after I get done yakking. But I didn't want to have a fire tonight anyway because of the pop-up thunderstorms.
Oh, you could.
Fire. Gonna make me a fire, man. Gonna throw some hippies in the bonfire. Mm-hmm. You ever push a hippie into a bonfire before? I haven't, but I've seen it happen.
I've been pushed into a bonfire before, and I ain't no hippie.
I've seen huge bonfires too. Now, I got a fire pit recently. I haven't used it yet. I just got some wood from my father up from his property, and gonna try it out soon.
Yeah, no, we had a bonfire, but all my firewood's being guarded by hornets right now, so I need to go in there with some black cans of Raid and retake my firewood pile.
That, or depending on where it's located, a Molotov cocktail, and you'll have a heck of a fire.
If I do that, the garage is going with the tower.
Well, that's why I mentioned, and specified, depending on where it was located.
I think we should all go down to PLV's house and have a nice bonfire out there at his place.
It sounds like it would probably be a good place to do it.
Did I tell you, Tyler, the other day when I got that tornado on camera, I went by his house like 3 times and had no clue.
That's what you said, yeah.
Yeah, because he recorded that thing. I'm like, well, where does he live? So pull up his address. I'm like, really? I should have just stopped in and said hi. I had 2 places I could have just hung out, because I'm sure Dave wouldn't have cared if I would have just hung out in his driveway. And I know my supervisor wouldn't have cared if I would have hung out in his driveway. They only live 2 miles apart. I had 2 places I could have just stopped and hung out where this tornado ended up going. And I had no clue Dave was right there. I knew he was down there. I just didn't know he was there. So...
Well, now for the next time,
I'll probably forget. No. And if I ever find myself all lost on the East Coast, if I find Delaware, I'll just shout and Jeff will hear me.
Mm-hmm.
Because Delaware's the size of Polk County.
Probably.
Probably throw a rock across it and hit him.
No, but close. Rhode Island's actually the smallest state, but it's like a square.
Yeah.
Delaware's like a long cylindrical
Rhode Island
shape.
Rhode Island, you take a step and you've crossed the state. No. Though there are a lot of hams in Rhode Island, because I had issues getting Rhode Island for 50 states.
A lot of people seem to have problems with Delaware, Wyoming, and besides Alaska and Hawaii. New Hampshire was one of the problems for me. I had problems getting for POTA worked all states or hunted all states. Don't know why, but
My big two were Hawaii and Nebraska.
Mine
oh,
was South Dakota and Kansas.
South
Wow.
Dakota was on there for a while. Kansas, I have no issues. I always get someone down in Kansas when I turn HF on.
I just need to get my other antenna put up and orient it a little differently, and I think it'll open things up a little easier.
Yeah, but Nebraska, because everyone activated in eastern Nebraska, and I was just kept skipping over them. And I hardly ever did, late shift stuff. So, I mean, it's not like I was going to be on 20 meters when it was running short. So, Justin just messaged me.
Well, that's a great thing about like Ham Alert, because I set up Ham Alert to get parks in New Hampshire, Alaska, and Hawaii. That helped a lot. It's just my timing be able to go out when someone from New Hampshire was on the air. That's like, oh, it's freaking like Tuesday afternoon. It's like, thank you, I'm at work.
Yeah,
I
I'm the same
had to
way
wait.
with South Dakota.
Yeah, it took a little
Yeah.
while to get New Hampshire. Alaska, I just got last weekend, not this past weekend, last weekend, which you'll see tomorrow, or not tomorrow, Tuesday. But that was kind of coordinated between me and KL7 EC. So we worked at it. I saw him out and I jumped out and was able to get him. Barely, but I got him. So he got Delaware and I got Alaska.
Yeah, no, Alaska. That was funny. That I had Alaska jump in my pile up, and I was sitting there activating, and a guy who works for me, he goes, "Well, I heard an Alaska station out there. Maybe he'll end up in your pile up." The next station was Alaska. It's like he knew we were talking about him. He probably actually heard the QSO, and he was the next station in. I'm like, well, hello.
Yeah, what gets me is like some of the stations that I needed, some of the states that I needed, I had people hunting me, but they weren't activators. They were just hunting other stations. And I was on 12 meters back in like beginning of the year. And I had someone work me from Hawaii. I'm like, Hawaii, oh my God, oh my God. I was like, he's just a hunter. I'm like, darn, dude. But thank you. I mean, that was a good contact. I like it. Is never had a good contact like that. The distance. That's what that I liked. So I was still happy with it.
Yeah. Well, guys, I got 8:30 on our end. Looks like Justin wasn't able to make it. I'll have to try to get him on next week, which he just messaged me, said everything ran long. And then he goes, "Oh, crap, you only go an hour, don't you?" I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "You're about ready to wrap up." Yeah. So thank you both for impromptu coming on. Now that we know that we can have 6, maybe, if you want to be on again, just let me know. I'll send out the links a day or a few hours ahead of time, and we can all do this again because this is kind of fun.
Yeah.
It feels clubhouse-ish, but it's not. It's Spotter Live with K0BJJ. But so thank you both.
You're welcome.
No problem.
Thank you, everyone that joined us in the chat. If we gained any new subscribers, thank for the subscribers. I don't think we had any donations. If we did, thank you to the donations. Not sure if we did. It's with this stream set up, I don't get my nice little alerts on the screen. So with that, I'm going to quit rambling and cue that outro music. See y'all later.